Oh, whoa, beautiful beans. How we doing? I sound a little rough today. I don't know why. I woke up with a really sore throat, so I probably was like snoring up a storm or something last night. So I'm fine. I just sound a little gravelly to enjoy it, I guess, because that doesn't happen super often. Hi, everybody. Hi, Shawnee. Hi, Freezer. Thank you for the raid. Good to know that I wasn't missing much more of stream. I left like, what, 10 minutes ago? Let's see. Things. If you are a patron, the color and focus poll is up, so you should vote. Oh, all good, all good. I said hi, and glad to see that I didn't miss too much of stream, because I only left yours like, what, 10 minutes ago, so. Yeah, Freezer is nice to hang out with. For surezies. CIF poll for patrons, so you should go vote. There is a winner going right now, but we'll see. Yeah, that's so fair, Freezer. I'm honestly impressed that you have been streaming at all, because, like, I'm not feeling great today, and I seriously, like, if I was not taking next month off, I would have called stream today. Anyway. Nobody yell at me. This is the last week for the, code to help me with, paying for the uterus, which would be much appreciated. The automatic payment is coming up tomorrow. What else? I did make a little graphic about me taking February off. I haven't posted it anywhere. Excuse me, I like literally just finished it. And then shoved a bunch of food at my face. I also did find the watercolors that I couldn't find. And they were in a stupid spot that made me mad at myself. You know how it is. So I'm probably not going to add any of these to my palette right now, because all the projects that I'm doing, because some of these are replacements for colors in here from other brands. So like the orange tinted red we have, and then like the violet tinted red are going to be swapped, and the purple will be eventually. I changed this purple because I'm running out of this one that's in the palette that you can't see where I'm pointing. Don't worry about it. I also needed more phthalo blue and a couple other things, so like yellow ochre I'm running out of. These are the new reds. I needed more opera pink, and then I got some colors to replace the Viridian Hue that I have in my palette. And we'll see which of those I like best. These are all from a brand where we did do like a big swatch sheet. So I picked off of this. So like I know what they look like, but I'll play around with them and see which one I like better. We actually did 2 of these. One is still taped up in the window over there getting a bunch of sun to see how badly the colors fade. Which, like, each of the ones in this brand have like a light fastness. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Like a light fastness number, a code that tells you how light fast it is, like how long it'll last. but I always like to see myself. And our window right there gets a lot of sun in summer. That's been up there for like 2 years at this point, I think. Probably pull it down at some. But I'm gonna keep these ones separate so that I know that they're replacements for stuff. In a place that I'll actually be able to find them again. Well, I did clean my room the other day because I couldn't find these watercolors, and I was like, they're in here somewhere. They weren't in there somewhere. They were in the shipping box that I had moved out of my room in order to look for the watercolors, because of course they were. Of course. Why would my brain work at any given point? So I have food paint challenge from last week that I still haven't finished. We also have the gummy bears to work on. So we'll, I don't know, swap back and forth between those probably. I would like to get this done just because it was from last week and there is a new food paint challenge this week that I could get to working on, or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of like, I'm not in a great mood. I'm not going to lie. I think that's kind of obvious just by how I'm talking most of the time. But, yeah, I'm not having a super fun time with it. But let me pull up the reference image for this, which I put in here. So that's this is what we're painting. This is the food paint challenge from last week. I think I also, oh, I didn't put the other photo in here. I thought about it and then I didn't. I think I saved it. Somewhere, there it is. This is the one for this week, just like a Sunday, which is fun. Hi, Bewitch. How's it going? Hi, Stevie. And I did say hi to you, Shani, but then you said hi to me again, so hi again. Oh my gosh, hi, Thymie. Welcome in. Yeah, I saw that you were doing some Spirit City co-working today. I did have you on in the background this morning a bit. I like these ones that have like the elastic, but I never know what to do with them when the thing is open. Because like it's always in the way. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you had a good co-work session. Which we will probably be doing Spirit City on Wednesday this week. Because I do have a modeling session on Wednesday, but I don't want to remove one of your last week of stream days. Because I am taking February off. I said that before. I'll say it again because we have more people here. But I'm not going to be streaming in February. I'll still be like around. I'm just not going to be streaming. Because I have like a lot of shit to do that I've been putting off because my mental health has been in the toilet. So I'm taking a rest, and I'm going to get caught up on stuff, and then I'm going to take better care of myself, probably, hopefully, maybe. We'll see. Thank you for the follow. What a great username. NB Trash Goblins. I love that. Yeah, I have actually been taking every Sunday off to bed rot now, which it's not really bed rotting because I take a shower at the beginning. But I sit in bed and play video games, and Con curls up on me and we just vibe. He's very happy that I've started doing that. Thank you. Yeah. So one of my New Year's resolutions. Hi, Dissy. Thank you for the resub. God, so real, Bewitch. I will. Hi, Herpel. I will do a hydrate. The paint water's on the wrong side. It goes over here. I put the beverages I drink and the water for the paint on 2 separate sides. That's on purpose. I did consider making myself tea, but then I didn't. Maybe I'll do that at like a break or something. Yeah, honestly, it's really nice because like, so I run my own business, right? This is my business. This is work. But one of the things about running your own business, especially if it's a sole proprietorship, I can never say that word. Which mine is I literally am in charge of everything. And I'm the only one doing it. So I do all of the art, I prep all of the art, I make the products. Sole potato chip. Yeah, that's so true, Dissy. So true. And like, I make all of the social media posts, I write all the listings, I write all the alt text, I make the newsletter, I make the announcement graphics, and I do all of like the background stuff, the admin stuff, I keep my own stock, you know? So it's like a lot all the time forever. And this past year, I really let one thing slip entirely, and I need to catch up on it and be better about it. Because like, I don't know if anybody noticed, I did not list like a single piece of original art this past year. I just stopped doing it because I didn't want to deal with it. So now I get to list, I believe the number was 32 originals that have just been sitting around. There are other ones where I won't list them until after I finish the project, therefore. But yeah, so there's going to be a huge dump of original art. Hopefully the first week of February. I'm hoping I can get them all done. Yeah, exactly. So if you are a patron, all my patrons get first dibs on anything that is about to go into my shop. So they always get like a pre-warning for coupon codes. They get to know all of the originals that are going to be added to the shop, and they get to claim them before they actually go live. Thank you, Shani. So if there's something you've seen me do lately that you're like, I need that, that is the best way for you to guarantee that you will get it. There are a few things that won't be listed quite yet because the projects aren't done, so the Bugnanza paintings won't be listed yet. One of those is already claimed by a patron. And the Fruit Moons won't be up because I have one more to finish. But once those are scanned and done, those will also go up. But I've been better about keeping a list of how much each of those cost, because I do have like a formula to get in like the vague ballpark of how much each piece will cost that's based on the size of the piece. And then I up or down it by a vibe check. So I at least have that, and I have all the information I need to write the certificates of authenticity for it already down and listed and everything. So I at least did that, which will make everything else easier, but so much to do all the time forever. While the world is falling apart. You know, it's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. I will say that part of the reason I'm in a bad mood is I think that my ulcer is acting up again. I'm having a lot of fun. I already said Wednesday I have a modeling session, so we will be doing stream. It will probably be a shorter co-work stream, because like I said, I'm taking February off, so this is the last week. I didn't want to take one of those days away. I'm not okay. I don't think I've ever been okay. It's fine. Oh, thank you. Greg just brought it in the mail. And actually, both of the things that we talked about over the weekend, Sleepy, have arrived. So, yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's fine. It's fine. But I do think I'm going to start working on this one. I don't want to spend like a crazy, huge, long amount of time on these. They're just supposed to be like practice, I guess. And like an exercise, maybe, is the way to put it. But I do need to up some of the colors here, because I was working on this when I was in a call with Shani and Cap the other day, and BP for some of it. He was popping in and out. there's some more colors I need to do, especially on that one. Yeah, fair. Hopefully the like actual proper break will really help, but I do still have I always have a lot of work to do, you know, and I haven't been doing as much because I've actually been resting and it's kind of stressing me out, if I'm being honest. So, you know, is just because I take a rest doesn't mean that the work goes away. It's still there. Yeah, I enjoyed it too, Shawnee. We should definitely hang out more often. And I know we didn't play that game this weekend, but we will at some point. Because I was just doing whatever would make Cap feel better. That was the vibe. He had a not very good weekend. I think what I really need to do is stop focusing on the row and start actually doing the rest of the piece. But this is the fun part. Yeah, you had plenty to do too. Honestly, I hope everybody who got weird, crazy amounts of snow is doing all right. Because, boy, you sure did get a lot of snow. It's snowing here now, but that's normal because we're Alaska, so. I'm just gonna lay in a little bit of pinky around here. I also did not do the correct amount of row, so this isn't gonna be a 1-for-1 ever. Because instead of doing, so what I usually do is I do line art digitally and then I will transfer it onto the page. Part of the reason that I'm doing these is so that I get better at just accepting the fact that it's not going to be a perfect 1-for-1, and just draw it and go, because I need to chill a little bit. Who does that? I don't know. We're gonna try though. Ooh, we love some popcorn. Yeah, that's fair to see. It is nice when you don't have to, so you don't have to worry about it, but definitely the cabin fever vibe, just because you can't, definitely adds to something. My word recall is again not very good. I say again would imply that it was ever good. Yeah. We did, which was so funny because I was on call with him when you messaged Shawnee and I just started laughing and he was like, "What? What are you laughing about?" I was like, "Shawnee just messaged." As Cap and I played a little bit of Power Wash Sim together last night because I suggested that after we finished the other stuff we were doing. So he was having one of those days where your brain refuses to latch onto anything that you want to do, and so anytime you start something, you do it for 2 minutes and then you get tired of it. So I figured if I trapped him into doing something with me, he would actually stay and complete a process, and I was correct. We did finish a level 2. But yeah, Shawnee messaged and was like, "Are you guys playing together?" Or doing parallel play, and I read it out to Cap, and he was like, "I feel like with this game you actually end up parallel playing anyway, because you could be working on the exact same spot, but you generally aren't." Oh yeah, for sure, Shawnee. That is his day off. Wednesday's his day off of work, so he's usually a little bit more available, I guess is the right word. I was gonna say at loose ends, but that's not necessarily true. But yeah, so I don't think I told you guys the full schedule. Theoretically, and I will tell you right now that I'm not holding my breath for it, but the scheduler says that theoretically we will have up to 4 models this semester instead of just me and the other guy. I've been told that before and nothing has changed, so I'm not holding my breath. But maybe there will be fewer sessions. But the life drawing class, which is the one who wants the most models, is Monday, Wednesday. So that will end up affecting stream time once I'm back in March. But I will let you guys know what's going on when. Try to keep everybody up to date. Okay. Next question is, how pink do I want to make this Salomon? But yeah, Cap definitely wants to hang out and play games with more people now that he has his new computer that can actually do that. Because he was working off of an old gaming laptop, so couldn't always hang out with people the way that he would like to. Which I feel that. He started talking to me about it the other day, and I was like, yep. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm kind of preaching to the choir here with this one, aren't I? And I was like, yeah, I just understand it on the same level that you do. I think I'm fine listening to you complain about it because it is actually really fucking annoying to feel like you can't hang out with your friends ever because that's what all they're doing and you can't do it. There's a hair in the paint. I think Khan is still asleep on my bed. He was not happy when I got up to come out here. Yeah, exactly, Sean. And I'm not always I don't know, I'm not a big gamer TM. It's in general. But I do like hanging out with people occasionally. And I do I don't know, co-op games and stuff. I just get nervous when I don't know the controls or anything. Because, I don't know, I'm just like that. Anything pinker than that is my answer. I think I want this. I am going to end up using a little bit of white ink on this one to get the lines in the salmon. I could have preserved that with masking fluid or something, but I'll be honest with you, I started working on it and I didn't want to get up to go get them out. Oh, good. It's nice when you accidentally run into the thing that's going to make you feel better, you know? This is also a test for this paper. Yes, you should, Shawnee. We want to see. Fire away, Bewitch. Oh, the boy is up. He's got to scratch at his tree because he's mad because I got up. Yeah, you're moving around making noise. Katie got up. She's sitting in the wrong place. Ridiculous. How is a cat to live in these conditions? Oh, I do also have a thing to make for Sleepy, too. That's so real, Bewitch. Hi, Toast! And the problem with especially masking fluid is that it goes bad, so you should open it before you put it on paper. If you haven't already. You probably already know this, but I would just say it anyway. But if it smells really rank, don't put it on paper because it won't work right. Because it is just latex, and latex does go bad. Yeah. Okay, good. Because, yeah, I had that happen where I opened one of my things and I was like, oh, I can't use this anymore. Oh no, I'm sorry, Sleepy. I hope you feel better. Get the rest that you need after that, because that is hard work. Well, you can have some of my snow toast. You just gotta come pick it up. It's free. That was Greg laughing at my joke.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, if somebody wants to come shovel our driveway, you can take all the snow that you want. I'll even let you take some of the tree that's out front if you want it. Ooh, how'd they like it, Bewitch? Ooh, you should make soup, Freezered. Soup is the correct choice. Yeah, it is really hard to break out of that, Bewitch. And I feel like this is going to be a call-out, probably. And sorry, this is a self-call-out. If you get caught by the shrapnel of this, apologies. But I feel like, oh, that makes sense, honestly. And I feel like for a lot of us who grew up with our hobbies being shamed for being expensive, like art often is, and if somebody got you an art gift and then you didn't use it enough and they made fun of you for not using it enough and said, well, I'll never get you another gift because you don't use it, so what's the point? I really think that fucks up your head long term, which I don't think is a controversial opinion, but that definitely has played into my thing where I'm like, well, I don't need to get like the good stuff because I'm not going to use it enough, kind of a thing. When it's like, what are you talking about? This is your job. Like, you're literally doing your job. Hi, BP. Get some more of a light through here. What do I want to use for that? All good. It doesn't have a cooldown on purpose. Yeah, exactly, Bewitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when you are in charge of your actual materials, it's very different. But it does take a long time to like snap out of that. And it's not even a snap out of that, it's learning. Not do that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that. I've gotten a lot better about the stickers in particular, because like the way that I've been looking at it is like, so either I put the sticker someplace I didn't really want it long term. Oh, thank you for the sub. Oh, hi, Oren. I should have known. Thank you for gifting a sub, Oren. You're very sweet. But so like either I put the sticker someplace I don't like, doesn't last long term, and the worst thing is that I get to go back and support a small artist again, you know? So, ooh, what'd you have for lunch? I had leftovers from my lunch. Because we got stuff from a Hawaiian place last night, which is Freezer's fault. And we actually discovered a new Hawaiian place here because we were going to order from one and they were closed. So we found a new one and ordered that. So I got Moco Loco, which is what I usually get. And I ate the rest of that for lunch. Ooh, yummy. That sounds great. Yeah, agreed, Toast. Agreed. It definitely, like, one, it made me realize that I really need to, like, chill a little bit about being so specific about art, and I need to, like, actually do art for fun sometimes. Which that was very good for Art Fight was. If you do want to see what I did for Art Fight last year, there is a tab on my website in the past projects. Curry. Thank you, Oren. But that's not... Noise gate should be bigger. Of course, Toast. It was super fun to make. I was glad I was able to get you something too. A tweet! I'll take a tweet. Thank you. We did even just refill the treat bucket. Let's have an airhead. Thank you, Norman. Once I figure out Mix It Up, I'm just gonna need like a specific Orin sound command. And you did say thank you when I gave it to you, like repeatedly, Toast. So you're good. Pew pew. Yeah, White Mystery specifically, which is funny. Yeah, thank you, Sleepy. I've also got Stars to help and Rainbow, so I've got a lot of good friends who are willing to help me. What I'm actually going to do, though, and I think we all know this because of how stubborn I am, I'm gonna beat my head up against it and try to figure it out myself until I get too frustrated and cry, and then I'll ask for help. Because it doesn't count as figuring it out if somebody helps me. Again, sorry if you got hit by the shrapnel of that call out. Yeah, Freezer. I do really like airheads. They're like such a specific texture. Boop. Thanks for streaking, BP. Yeah, I've been seeing people doing that. I should look at it. I haven't really looked at it yet. I do love me a little co-work game. Oh my god, Toast. You can have all my banana ones forever. I don't like those ones. Man, that is really picking up me chewing. Is it because this is going to sound weird? I apologize. But it was tilted a little bit because I dragged it back to my bedroom before. Yeah, no judgment, no judgment. Have a good sleep, Dissy. Oh yeah, if anybody wants to add me on Steam, actually, I have a command for that. And I'm also just Thunder Katie Bean on everything, so if you search that, it's probably me. Yeah, if anybody wants to add me, I'd love that. We can be friends. I do also have my Switch friend code, actually. I think I did Switch FC. And so you can add me on all the things. Hello. I was actually just thinking there's a couple of people that I haven't talked to in a really long time that I should just delete off my Switch friends. Thank you. I will make sure to check y'all after I finish streaming. Sorry, I'm chewing and talking because I was raised in a barn. I love that Bewitch. That's so valid. Yeah, I'm just too lazy to think of another username. At this point, it's like, it's the brand. So. Let's see, we got a shadow coming out like through here. Like this. got a big highlight right there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like playing that kind of game. So I have Left 4 Dead back when, I don't know, that was really a thing. Because I just enjoy zombie games, but I only played that by myself because people are mean. And that was a long time ago. Yeah, agreed. I like co-op like a lot better. Which there have been a lot more co-op games, honestly. I'm glad that has like started being a real thing. A lot of co-op games. I've actually been like getting served a lot of co-op suggestions on Instagram because I liked a few of them because I've been looking at stuff that I could play with Cap. Because we played what's that thing called? The Past Within, and that was a lot of fun. And honestly, we didn't have as much problem with it as I thought we were going to. Because I don't always communicate good. Hi, Bloom. Yes, I do also love stories, for sure. If anybody wants to know like a huge list of indie games whose stories I really love and probably made me cry, let me know. I have a list somewhere. I should actually, Shawnee reminded me that collections are a thing on Steam, and I should really make a collection of like indie game recommendations from me. Because I do definitely have a few friends where when they're looking for a cool little indie game to add to their stuff, they're like, Katie, what have you been playing? And I'm like, here we go. Hi, stars. This line isn't like quite right because it goes here.
To the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space.
Space.
Oh yeah, it's been there. Yeah, please do. Anybody who wants to add me on Steam, please do. If your name is different than like something I would recognize as you, it would be nice if you would tell me who you were. That's not like required, but it would mean that I know who you are. And that if I know who you are, you're more likely to get a game gift from me. Sometimes I will legit just, you know, if you end up with a gift of The Last Campfire after you add me, just know that I do that to everybody. That's like my favorite game. Lizard. I don't know that red was really the right choice for this, but that's the choice we made, so we're gonna stick with it. It's practice. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's practice. It doesn't need to be perfect. Me smacking myself in the forehead. It's practice. It doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, cute! Do I know what your Sona is, Bloom? Squinting my eyes. Thank you, Oren. Yes, you do, Freezer. That's what I've been bullying Shawnee about, too. Well, I say me, and Cap, and probably Sleepy, and probably Tomato, and probably, you know. Oh, Oh, that's cute, Bloom. I like that. Oh yeah, all good, Shawnee. Do what you gotta do. Now that I'm on the new laptop, it's not as dire that any of my mods are here because I can actually type on my computer while I'm streaming. So. Yeah, I know, BP. You said that you caught a cold too. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better and that you can, like, stay not sick for a hot second, because holy cow. Oops, sorry, that was my watch hitting the table. Yeah, I feel that, Bewitch. For sure. Thank you, PP! Thank you for the hype trade. I was lurking in Ghosts earlier, and I saw that Orin was on her kick. And I went to like say hi in chat because I was gonna do that anyway. I was like, "Here, Orin, I'll make this easier for you, so you can click on my name," kind of a thing. And she beat me to it before I even pushed enter. She was too on top of it. I do think it's funny that, like, in every stream that I was lurking in today, I think Orin was, like, popping in and gifting people subs. And all of us streamers are just like, thanks, Orin. Thanks, Orin. Thanks, Orin. Thanks, Orin. Honestly. Yes, we are all very blessed with Orin. It's true. Hi, Ghost! I was just talking about you. Did I summon you? Welcome in, Raiders. It's good to see you. Yeah, merge the tabs. I do love our merge tab squad. I think making this a little bit like that. This does not look even remotely the same color on screen as it does. It's fine. How is the rest of your stream, Ghost? How did your bobas go? Thank you, Orin. I don't even know why I looked over before I said thank you, Orin. Like, good. We do love. I'm assuming you meant good progress, but I do also think that goo progress is accurate for that. Hi, Donut! Thanks, Orin. 80 is fine with me. As long as nobody calls me Kate, I'm fine. Kate happens sometimes by accident. That's allowed, but I do not like being called Kate. you guys want the story, I can give you the whole story. But I dated a guy named Tate when I was in high school. And people thought it was really, really funny to rhyme our names all the time. And I still hate it. Catherine is fine. That doesn't bother me. But I probably will not respond to you unless you're in a doctor's office waiting room. Yes, this is watercolor. Let's see. So I'm gonna go here and here. And I can actually show you guys some of my other work because I'm guessing that some people from Ghosts don't know me. Hi, I'm Katie. You can also call me Tundra. I'm more likely to answer to Tundra than I am to Catherine at this point, honestly. But hi, I'm Katie. I do art, and I'm a weird little nerd. Let's see some other stuff that I've done so that you can see, because I have stuff up here. We worked on some gumballs last time. I do a lot of, yes, please. No, you don't need to worry about it, Ghost. Go do your stuff. Thanks for popping in and thanks for the raid. This is going to be a sticker design for February for my patrons. That's all funny stuff. Here's something that's like actually Wogue. I painted that. It's a bearded dragon. Let's see, what else have I got in my hand? We've got a little chocolate truffle. Yeah, all good, BP. Just saying, like, if you're not in a waiting room, I probably won't answer to that. This was the sticker for this month's Patreon. This one. Thank you. I will pull out some of the other fruit moons because I do have a couple out here from what we finished last time. Last color. But these ones are the small ones, so they aren't as impressive. Not that they aren't impressive, they just aren't as impressive as like the pomegranate. So I'm doing a whole series of the moon phases, but as fruit. So those ones were crescent. We've got gibbous and half for the both sides here. And then this is the full moon with the pomegranate. And I do have one more left to do because one of my viewers gave me the idea of doing the new moon as like a dark plum. So I think I'm also going to do that, which I didn't have originally planned for this project, but I like it, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, so soon, these will be available as prints. You'll be able to get each of them individually. Yes, I am, Oren. Well, I will offer them each individually, but there will be a discount if you get them all together. But if you want to like lay claim, like I said, my patrons always get first chance at claiming art, and my tiers start at $1 a month, which Oren is already a patron, so. But once I post those, you can lay claim. Yeah, I will write that down. You got it. But I'll do the other one, and you'll be able to get prints each individually, so you can make your own combination in however you would like. I will also be doing a big print of them in a circle, so that you can just get one print with all of them on it. But it will also, I like the idea of having them be modular, because then you can change the way they face if you're in the southern hemisphere. And also you can just grab the ones that you want. So if you only wanted like the full moon and the half moons, you could do that kind of. Hi, Herpel, again. Yeah, for sure, Oren. I will write that down on my post-it so I make a note in my spreadsheet. I have that in here. That works. Organization? Who's that? Thank you for the hype train, everyone. That's so sweet. Oh, did I actually get something from this? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Is it really? Why does every single one of their emotes have a blank frame at the beginning, so I can't even see what it is. Annoying. Hi, Potato! Thanks for streaking. For those who don't know, you have the option on Twitch to turn off animations on emotes, which I do because a lot of like flashing and stuff will give me a migraine. And even though there are rules about what emotes can and can't do on Twitch, there isn't a huge amount of moderation after a certain point. But you can, if you upload an animated emote, set a specific frame to be the static image for people who have, like me, the animations turned off. If you don't set one, it is automatically the first frame. So for a bunch of those emotes that are like arriving, where it's like a blank frame and then people coming into the foreground, or if it's somebody like popping out of screen and back in, if the first frame is blank, I can't see it. I just see a blank space where an emote should be. And a ridiculous amount of the Hype Train emotes have a blank screen at the beginning. And it's annoying to me. Like, this is your thing that you set up. You should be able to remember to make it a frame that actually works. It's ridiculous. So if you're a person who uploads emotes and animated emotes, know that you can choose a specific frame to upload to represent your image to, or your emote to people like me who have the animations turned off. And it's a small thing to do, but we appreciate it. What was I writing down? I was writing down that Warren is claiming the fruits. Yep, we love accessibility. I haven't figured out how much they're all gonna cost together yet, Oren. But I will message you and let you know. Because there is gonna be a discount versus just buying them all individually. Yes, but it's not gonna be cheap. So I want to give you some warning. Yeah. Because brain function. Is there Anemone? And it's gonna be I'm doing math in my head. So it's probably gonna be, I think I will flop it around like $350 for all of them, which will be 8 pieces. And I'm writing that down so that I don't forget. None of those are blank. You're good, Potato. Yeah. Hard decision. I do think that if you did like a black matte and then like a silver or something inner matte just to get like a little bit of glitter in there, that would be really pretty. Yeah, just a little bit. I have a print from Hyde who popped in a little bit ago that has gold ink on it that I want to get a black and then gold inner matte for, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Yes, yes. I always appreciate pictures of what people do with my art, you know? I think I need to make that a bit oranger. Because right now it's just reading as separate and not like the light shining through. I do think this paper has a similar problem to the other notebook I have, which is if you don't give the paint like a very, very long time to dry in between layers, it picks back up. So maybe these papers are just meant to be... What's that word? that I can't think of. Impasto, like all at once. Like just do the entire painting in one layer. But I don't work like that. Okay. Let's work on the bread. That's fine, potato. Hi, Mari. How's it going? I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Please tell me if I didn't. I will adjust. Let's see. This is like the edge piece of whatever kind of bread this is. Oh, nice. Well, thanks for popping in. I do love it when I know that I actually show up on people's stuff. Because I do mostly have my regulars, you know. But welcome in. Good to see you. How's it going? Let's see. Yeah, it is a thing though. Where you do it all at once while it's still wet. Which like that's how I do like my underpainting. Oh, yeah. Cuz yeah, your kitties do be going for the food, you know. Well, the one kitty, I guess. Yeah, definitely get some self-care. Good to see you and have a good rest. You did do a long stream. Okay, now we're doing a technique which I call slapping paint down and pretending like it's something and then the texture looks good. You can't think about it too much. You just gotta do it. That's so funny, Shawnee. I did save that in case you deleted it. As I know what it's like. It's like, this is the only photo of Shawnee I possess. Will not let it disappear. Yeah, I know you are. I don't push for it, but if I get a gift, I'm gonna keep it, you know? Because there's one of my friends on Tumblr who is really bad about posting selfies and then deleting them like 5 minutes later. So I got into the habit of saving every photo of him that he ever shared. So I just have a whole album on my phone of this guy. Hi, Rainbow. How are you surviving after leg day? That's fair, potato. It's kind of a toss-up with them sometimes. You attempted a nap, but it didn't happen. Wow. That's like what my life is like, where I try to sleep and then it just doesn't work. Yeah, my brain gets too loud. I feel you on that. Getting a good sleep at night is probably better in the long run than having a little nappy nap. Although I guess you are streaming today, so maybe the nap would have been really worth it. Okay. Mood. Yeah, I'm not a super high energy person, honestly. So I can fake it for a little bit, but then I get tired, and then I need like 5 business days off to recover. Thank you for the follow. Oh, nice. We hit the goal. Look at that. Yeah, I'm just not a very social person. I find it exhausting, honestly. But sometimes it's worth it. Yeah, I get the same way, Bewitch, honestly. Because, like, I do say thank you and mean it, but I also am not, like, a shrieker, you know? Which I think is part of the reason why the people who spend a lot of time here like being here, is because I'm not, like, super loud. I'm relatively laid back as far as Twitch streamers go. Especially some of the streamers in our sphere. Which, like, nothing against big streamers. The streamers, you know. Just not my vibe. Same, Bewitch. I get really awkward about it. Because my reactions were judged. It sounds canned. Orin, that's what you mean. Or it sounds like you practiced it. I do have my screaming moments, but they usually aren't on stream. I think it's against TOS. Oh, that's gross, Orin. But yeah, so like, people have said that to me before where it's like, the way you say thank you sounds like you practiced it. And I'm like, because I did. Because when I say thank you the way that I would just say it, people get mad at me. Oh yeah, you're sweet, Potato. Don't worry about it. I have met Potato in person. So I have gotten to hug Potato IRL before. And we had a lovely dinner where I sassed the waiter because he was being rude at us. He wasn't rude at us after that. I got my point across. Potato is a good hug partner, honestly. Good hugs. I got many good hugs while I was in Canada. I will say I'm biased, like my favorite is Cap, obviously. But Tomato definitely gives you the kind of hug that cracks your ribs. Which is nice. Yeah, I feel like all of us kind of struggle with that, and that's part of the reason why our friend group in specific don't judge other people about it. This is salmon. It's roe, actually. So it's salmon roe. Here, I'll show you guys the reference again. Yeah, we grouped together. Ooh, don't knock over the water. So this is just a piece of bread with salmon on it and then some salmon roe on top. I can see why you would think that it looks like gummy bears. Because part of the reason I was excited to do this one was because of the way the light shines through. The egg roe is very similar to how it goes through gummy bears. But this is the gummy bear that will happen afterwards. So we'll probably work on this the rest of the week. Well, on Friday, I guess. You guys won't see what I'm working on. Let's see. Ha! Good BP. But this one is for washi tape, which is why it's a weird length. So this is going to be a seamless repeating washi tape because I hate the ones where you can say the frickin' seam. It's like, that's ugly. Try. So I'm going to make this into like, yep, that's the plan. We're going to make this into a washi tape. And once I figure out how to do the seamless pattern on this, I can probably do it for other things. That's so fair. Yeah, definitely. Because they have the kind of like same luminosity to it. I do think that I need to deepen up some spots in this a little bit. But also part of the point of this is to not spend a huge amount of time on it. So yeah, I've had that idea like in the back of my head for ages. And I was trying to figure out how to do a seamless repeat. Well, it still looked like what I wanted it to look like. Because I did this painting like 3 years ago. This is going to be the postcard print for my Patreon in February, so next month. Hi, Graham. So I did a little one of these, and I was like, it would be a cute washi tape. I would love to do that, but it wasn't a seamless repeat because I was just doing this as like an exercise. I was like, how would I do a repeat with watercolor? Because like you don't get a consistent color all the way across, so you can't just do like the split on either end like you would for a digital repeat, because you can't perfectly match up the color. So I did figure out how to do that. I stitched together a reference image to prove to myself that I had the concept down. So we will get there. But yeah, there are a couple things I'd like to do washi tape for. I'm stretching, if you can't tell by the sound of my voice. So I do want to do like sewing one. As I did do the like So Busy sticker sheet that I have. I did those. I would like to redo a couple of those. And make like one that's just like thread and ribbon and stuff, and then one that's the bird scissors opening and closing across it. But we'll see when I actually get to that. As life is hard and there's too many things to do all the time, you know? Especially since I'm trying to like actually rest sometimes now. I'm trying to get better at resting. I always feel guilty about it, but I know why, and it's somebody's voice in my head that shouldn't be living there anymore. Thank you, Potato. Yeah, I've gotten pretty good at it, I think. One of the reasons I want to do this kind of project where I'm not doing the lines and then transferring it is so that I get a little bit better at not having to be one for a reference, because I do feel like, well, that is a good quality. It can also be a weakness in art. So I am pushing myself a little bit in a way that is mildly uncomfortable for me because I'm so specific about how I do everything. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how I do it. If I'm learning something, that's the point, you know? And like, nobody's going to be mean to me about it, and if they are, they don't deserve a spot in my life anyway. So we're getting over a lot of things all at once by doing this. Asses are dirty. Any niceties about myself. I've gotten a lot better about opening up about stuff lately. Thank you, Potato. Which is hard for me, and Grim knows that's hard for me. I've gotten a lot better about it lately. Where instead of like assuming everybody's gonna be mad at me, I just ask. And so far I'm only doing that with people I feel safe with, but it's getting there. We're getting there. I'm making good personal progress in a thing that will improve my life. Because not everybody is an asshole, just some people. Yeah, I don't know. It takes a lot of practice, I feel like, to be open when it wasn't safe for you for a long time. Thank you, Oren. Lost my train of thought. I got busy because my ear was itchy, so I was cleaning my ear. I have gauged ears for anybody who doesn't know, and they sometimes get itchy, which means you just gotta rub them. Yeah, you can flop in whenever you want. Like coming into stream and flopping in are two separate things. You can also slide in if you would like to. That's another one. Where your little cat's sliding down a snow slide. You got it. Okay. Yeah. I also really like the sound that makes meow. You do also snom sometimes, this is true. Pan today, we match, buddy. I do. And then there's a little jar I put them in, and I will show you guys the jar in just a minute. When we fill, it's technically a vase. When we fill the vase, I will give away a commission. Which hasn't happened yet, but... Yep, have good lurk, have good dinner. Thanks for popping in, Potato. Always good to see ya. Noted. Because I was thinking, ooh, is that gonna knock that over? Sure is. Alright, you guys come out here then. Here's the jar. I also have this keychain that I made ages ago in here. Because I figure I'll give away that too once we hit the... Still pretty far. So, like, there-ish. But I was actually thinking that I'll probably lower the price of the origami stars. Because I feel like they're maybe a bit too much at the moment. Because they're at the same price that they are when I set them, like, at the beginning of when I started streaming. Which I did. The way that I decided that was, it was, like, the amount that... a little bit less than the amount that you get for watching a stream in a row, how it was before. I do have a nice tea leaf. Oh, you want a teeny one? You want a teeny one? Where's my teenies? Ugh. I just hit my head on the couch for anybody keeping track at home. There it is. Yeah, so I can make teeny tiny little ones, so I have smaller ones. They usually go to the bottom of the thing because they're so small, but they are in here. Find a small one? Oh, here's a smaller one. This one is a little one. Then this one is like the normal size one. Because I did do these to make Christmas ornaments with, so I got like plastic blanks and filled them with stars to give out as gifts. Here. Okay. We have a good teal. I do have like a nice blue. I don't think it qualifies as teal. No. You have orange. If I made bigger paper, yeah. So some of these papers are they're different sizes. So there's some that are like pre-cut and made specifically to do stars with, which is this size. And then I have some that I bought in different colors that are made for quilling, which is a kind of paper art that's a little bit bigger. So like when I do your red ones, it's the bigger size. So you just need to make a bigger paper. Which, like, you can cut your own paper, but I don't want to. flopping. I don't know that I really have a good teal. I have like a bright blue and kind of like a turquoise realm, if that is acceptable to you. I thought I did have some. I must have used them all. Something. Just, yeah. Oh, well, this is closer actually to teal. Blue and orange are complementary colors, which is always nice. Ugh, get out of here. Come on, man. Work with me. Here, this is more... It doesn't look like it on camera, but that is more like... Really. I will do both, just because I'm nice. And you gifted like a bajillion subs like you do all the time. I will say there are paint splatters on the vase from when we did stuff like ages ago. So I've got little like orange and robin egg color splatters on like everything I own. Here, having a pressure drop. My ear hurts. It's wild how easily I can tell that, too. We've been having a lot, like, just weather-wise, because we've been, like, popping in and out of snow. Look, a teeny tiny widow star for Orin. Have a good lay down. Thanks for popping in, and thanks for the raid, Tiny. Yeah, they're so small. Hashtag rainbow voice. Small. Which is definitely going to be one of those ones I need to pull a clip from Rainbow's stream, because that 100% is going to be a mix-it-up command. Small. Yeah, so these are the quilling paper is this one, and then this is like the pre-cut size that they make and sell. They're like all made in China, which I'm sure shocks everybody, but they are a little bit of a different size. But I like having the different sizes in there. I think it makes it more interesting. It's also nice if you're doing like the ornaments, which is why I have a whole bunch of the papers cut smaller, because it fills in the space so it looks more full. I might actually still have one of those downstairs somewhere. Maybe I should bring it up. But I figure once we fill this, aside from giving out a commission, I'll probably buy more ornament blanks and then give them out. Because I do actually think I have mailing boxes that would be the right size for that now. Yeah, because it's like giving away the things that you guys did together. I do have, whenever I get my studio set up, you guys will definitely see it in the background. But I do have like a huge jar, like multiple gallons huge. That's mostly full of stars, because I started doing these when I was like really depressed. And needed something to do so that I didn't feel quite so bleh, like I was never creating anything. And these are relatively easy to do while you're just sitting there, and the paper is cheap, so they aren't super difficult to make. So I just started making a shit ton of stars and storing them in a jar. And I still have a bunch of them. I did use some of them to make ornaments, but I picked out specific colors. This can go over here. These can go back up here. Because I have, the reason that there was a thing is I have this little thing that also has rainbow stickers in it. I keep forgetting to bring them back to my room where my sticker book is. But with the tall ones, especially if it's like the thicker paper, like the gumballs in, it tips over. So I have the star bucket behind it so that it doesn't tip off the top of my little organizer. Okay. Next, I was gonna do some Payne's Gray in the little holes. A little bit of bright. Because we do have some darker bits around here. And I have a photo of those. I don't think I do. For a while back when Twitter wasn't a shithole, I had the profile banner. That's what I'm looking for. It was a photo of some origami lights I made. So there was this specific kind of origami flower, which isn't technically origami because you have to use tape for it. But you made each individual petal and then you glued 5 of them together. So there was a little hole in the middle. So I got some Christmas lights and then made a bunch of those flowers to go around the light bulb. Which is really cute. But the way that I did it meant that when the light bulbs burnt out, I couldn't really replace them correctly. So I might do like a redo of that once I get like a space set up, because that would be a nice thing to just do during a chatting stream, I think. Yeah, it was really nice. If I can find the photo again, I'll put it in Discord, actually. I'll write that down. It was a long time ago, which is why I'm not sure if I still have the photo. Alright. Okay, I think that looks vaguely bread-esque. I'll probably do another wash over it with a little bit of like a yellowy kind of color. Okay. I'm gonna do some just swashes for the back of the plate, but I'm not gonna do like, I'm not gonna spend like a huge amount of time on it because I don't want to. So there you go. Like there's just like a I also didn't do that line very well, but that's okay. Again, it's practice. It doesn't matter. Like some of these I will probably use as like the bonus stickers for my orders because I'm planning on doing a different one of those every month. But they don't all need to be perfect because nobody's nerfect, you know? But I don't think I'll end up using this one because I wanted to do a theme for the sticker club, and I think I'm gonna match the bonus stickers to that theme. So I decided to do stuff you can find in a coffee shop. is the kind of vibe I'm going for. And I don't think this one really suits that. This is not, I don't know about your guys' coffee shop, but mine does not serve salmon roe. If yours does, more power to you. That is not a thing that I experience here. You know what? You're so right. I bet that somewhere in LA does like salmon avocado toast, and they have some ridiculous pun name for it, and they get mad if you don't order it with the pun name. Okay. Did zoom this bit in a bit. Zoom this bit in a bit. Yep. Great sentence. Good work. So I changed how this plate worked a little bit. But I don't need it to look like a full plate. I just need the concept of a plate, which I think we've pretty much got, honestly. And the reference photo, somebody's holding this up, but I didn't include the hand because I don't want to do that. Hi, Red Bean. Thank you. I do want to deepen up some of the row a little bit in the middle. I do think that like this spot right here doesn't make sense because it's too light. So we will mess with that a little bit. Thank you, Oren. Yeah, for sure. Gotta get the bean squad. I am putting my hand in wet paint. It's fine. Do you think the salmon doesn't really look great too? It just needs a bit more work. Oh, happy birthday, Red Bean. I hope you're having a good birthday. Yeah, all good, Freezer. Go get some rest. Thanks for hopping in and thank you for the raid. Always good to see ya. Yeah, of course, Red Bean. Did you have fun plans for your birthday? I'm not really a plans for my birthday kind of person, but honestly, the last few years I've just streamed. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, very true, Shawnee. I'm not really a birthday party kind of person. I don't. If a day is supposed to be about me, I don't want people in my house. You know? But Cap usually has his daughter on my birthday, so I don't really get to spend it with him either. So stream is next best choice, really. Okay. I think I'm gonna call that mostly done. We'll put a little bit of white ink on here because I don't want to spend like a crazy amount of time on this. My plan was to like actually record, like do a stopwatch for how much time this took. Oh, I've noticed something actually different in the shadow that I capture here right now. There is like more of the like red color right here to capture a little bit. This won't make a huge difference on cam, but it's okay. Just a little bit of a difference. I think that helps a lot, actually. Yep. I do hope you have a good trip. You guys all seem to do some pretty fun stuff. But yeah, I don't really want to go anywhere in general. I will go someplace if I have to. But generally speaking, I just want to be in my house where I'm in control of things, you know? Because you probably could do this with some friends, but it would probably be considered rude most of the time. But if you lower your friends' volumes, they don't really like that in person, but you can do that over a call. When you get starting to get overstimmed. Hi, my name is Katie. I have a hard problem with sounds. Yeah, I know you have been. It's really nice. It seems like you always have a good time when you go. which is good. You deserve good times. So I'm not making this like ideally perfect. I'm just like doing vibes. Which is why I'm doing just like scritchy scratches here. Yeah. All right. Got a few spots through here. Honestly, I'm sure it's especially nice for the friend group since you did like that big old move. Too. It's nice to know that like you know you're going to see your friends again, kind of a thing. Getting a zit on the side of my face and I can't stop poking at it, which is not helping the situation, but also there's like a texture on my face. What am I supposed to do? Not pick at it? Pan again. We got double pan today. Yeah, I'm just gonna call this good enough. Like, it's fine. Is it perfect? No, but that wasn't the point. So, alright. I will show you guys the difference for it again. So, here's my painting. Look at it. We did it. This is the reference. So you can tell that I definitely changed some of the proportions here from just sketching it. But I do really like the swoop that I did here is a lot more pronounced, which I think is fun. I would not suggest eating the spiral. Okay, but yes, we did it. That's the thing. I will probably... No, maybe I'll do this one. I don't know. I haven't fully decided. The one for this week, this is the food paint challenge off of Instagram. I'll knock over. Thank you to myself. This week's is a Sunday. I may or may not do that one. I'm not sure. But I would like to do them more often, which is why we did this one on stream. So you might see more of these. I did do these once a week when I started streaming, but I was doing those digitally. If you put it in order the past like year, you got a bonus sticker that was one of my food paint challenges. So there's the ones that I printed were a banana, a pudding, figs and blueberries, and ice cream. Oh, and tomatoes and knife. I think it was just the 5. Yep, you're just fully assigned by Snom as Pan Red Bean. You can't escape your fate. Actually, this chocolate is also one of the food paint reference photos. I didn't really like the highlights in this when I was working on it, but it looks better now that I haven't looked at it for a bit. That's how it goes. I think this one is okay for you to eat. I don't think there's any heavy metals in this one. This one don't eat. It has some cadmium orange in it. Oh, I meant to put chapstick on like a million years ago and then I didn't do that. Yeah, I consider it the highest compliment when people want to eat my art, especially if it's not food art. Very much the oh, what is that guy's name? The Where the Wild Things Are. Something where he did a little drawing in response to a kid who wrote him a fan letter, like a very little child. And the mom wrote back and was like, "Little guy loved your painting so much he immediately ate it." It's like that's the vibe I want. Oh, that would be cute, Bewitch. You could probably do that with like food-based dyes. It's like beets or something. Wouldn't hurt him, I think. Yes. Maurice Sendak. Thank you. I at least got the first half. But that was never, like, Where the Wild Things Are was not one of the books that was really, like, a huge part of my childhood, so I always forget. I think I was just, like, the wrong age. All good, Shawnee. No worries. We all know how autocorrect does these days. I figured that's what you did, Bewitch. And honestly, I trust you to not put your kitties in danger, because, like, you're very careful. So, we'll work on gummy bears now. One day I'm going to have a face cam and you guys are going to see the weird pose that I do when I'm in the process of thinking about what I'm doing. Because there is a specific pose that I do when I'm trying to decide what I'm doing. Why I do that, nobody knows. But you know how in like evil scientist movies, the evil scientist will put their hands up for their mad assistant to put their gloves on? It's like that. That's the pose I make when I'm thinking about what I'm doing. And I don't know why, but that is a thing. I also do what I call the wet eagle pose. Because when eagles get really wet in the rain, they have to hold their wings out to dry. And it's just like really awkward looking. And I do that when I'm like too hot. Is the pose of communicating that I'm too warm. I don't know. Sometimes you just need to stand weird. You know? But someday you will get to see. And also see what my face looks like when I have completely lost my train of thought. I was going to take this off and then I didn't. There's a little bit of white ink on here from when the pen exploded last time. Thanks for baffing me. Man, I know this is unrelated really, but I'm still really sad that that one possum video was AI and I didn't catch it. Over it. I'm over it. I'm tired of questioning every single cute animal video. Go away. Give me back my whimsy. Instead of questioning. Putting this away. Here's the next step. Are you dry all the way? Yes. I'll close you properly. This paper is a lot better than the other paper that I was using. It does still pick up the pigment though. It is thinner than what I normally use too, which was kind of noticeable. But it's definitely, it'll be good for like sticker designs and stuff where I don't go as hard with the pigmentation. So I'll probably try one of my other notebooks I got. So I got two different spiral bound watercolor notebooks, and then I got a watercolor pad, like a block of Arches, because I haven't tried Arches paper before. I'll probably do something on that, maybe a sticker design or something, because it's a good size for that. But that's not what we're doing right now. Okay. I think I'm gonna take a quick break, which means I'm gonna run some ads, and then I'll be back and we can start working on this a little bit. So I'm gonna run ads. Don't look at them. They're stupid and we hate them. take this opportunity to take a break with me, get up, do a little stretch, do a little dance, do a little jig, get a snack or drink or a little treat, drink your oiters, look at something that's farther away from your face than your screen is right now, and I will be right back.
Gray on my face and spurs on my tongue, and I could be anyone. Large as a lion stalking his lover, small as the dying sun. Don't tell them what you do in their fist full of flowers and fire for him. Feet first of frowners, but he wouldn't care. Fake human face drives inside his stead. When I'm in this body, pull your pressure on me. When you're getting closer, you're getting further from me. But I'm the one knows better. I'm the one who's know better, and she'll always know better, and she's always know better.
didn't fight me.
I'm back. Oh my gosh, Rainbow. I know how that goes. Good luck with cooking. And hi, Wib. That's not pussy. I made tea. That's why it took a little bit longer. Did a mix, and we're gonna see how it turns out. I believe that it will be good, but we'll see. So I did the wild sweet orange, which Oren got me. Then I have a thing of throat coat. I think together that will make a good kind of like spicy orange vibe. But we shall see. At the very least, it will help my throat. And we'll see how long before I put my paintbrush in it. Yeah, it is nice. Like, it is helpful, I guess. Not everybody likes the way it tastes because it has licorice in it. But it does work good. Okay, getting up the reference image. That's what oh yeah, I guess I can just show you guys. Oh, I should have done the eggs. That would have been smart. But here's some of the old food paint challenges that I've done. We did some of these on stream. Most of these, I think, actually. I don't think I did the apple on stream. But I did the rest of them. I always want Twizzlers. I actually forgot to ask Greg for Twizzlers from the store. It's too late. He's already done the store one. Man. Where? There. Here. Here. But this is my reference photo that I stitched together out of 2 different photos of gummy bears. Ooh, gummy worms. Welcome home, Pens. Good to see ya. Hope work wasn't too bad. I did change colors of a fair amount of these, and we've added a new color in. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna yawn now. I guess the smart thing to do would be to start on this end and then just work our way across. Because if I start here, I won't put my hand in wet paint. Theoretically. I'm less likely to put my hand in wet paint. We can start there and work our way over. I do think I am going to end up using white ink in this one, which I didn't on the other gummy bear one. But of course. Well, I mean, I guess better cautious than insane and everybody in the ditch, which is what happens here a lot of the time. So I do need to clean this palette. Also might have been smart to get new paint water while I was doing that, but that's fine. Color. It's not like I'm going from like purple to yellow or something here. Everybody here likes to pretend that like they remember how to drive after the first snow, and they don't. And it's just a nightmare. Also could actually clean up. It's getting pretty grody. Should actually wipe it out when I empty it today. We're working on some orange. I was saying I didn't preserve the paper white for the highlights in this. I'll probably end up doing white ink just because I don't worry about it, honestly. And I don't know. I tried to avoid using white ink for a while just because every time I did use white ink, I heard one of my former teachers, who I didn't even take watercolor from, in my head, saying that it wasn't really a watercolor painting if you used white watercolor or ink, which is bullshit, just for the record. Like, smart, Shawnee. That is generally a good way to find out. One of the things that makes the gummy bears like hard to paint is that they're transparent. I guess you guys can't really see because my mug is in the way of the light. But because they're partially transparent, the way that the light bounces around in them is kind of funky. Which makes them a little bit difficult. in my opinion. We're still snowing. It's warm enough here that it's gonna be like the really heavy snow too, which is a pain in the butt. Not for me, but for Greg, because he's the one who shovels the driveway. Oof, yeah, that's a lot of snow. We did have a blizzard at the beginning of the month when my dad and his partner were visiting. I've landed on the term partner. I know you guys listen to me like waver about what word to use. I think partner is the correct word. So that's what I'm gonna do until they tell me to do otherwise. Yeah, definitely. Stay safe and warm. Yeesh. Yeah. It's almost like the climate is changing or something. That can't be right. I do like how, I mean, like is not the correct word, but you guys know how liberals worked really hard to like change the name of global warming so that conservatives would take it seriously as if that was going to do anything. Like, yes, the real problem they had with it was that it was called global warming and not climate change. Sure. I was like, I hate to break it to you. I just don't like science. Although I will say that I'm glad that I haven't had to hear global warming. Can it heat up in here? For a couple of years at least. Because that's fucking stupid. Remember how Al Gore tried to warn us all that this was happening and it ruined his chances of getting elected president? Anybody else remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Fucking ridiculous. I hate this country. I don't know that I would do good in Taiwan, honestly. Oh yeah, absolutely, Tens. There were a lot of them. Al Gore just kind of headed the hey, pay attention thing with his little movie. Well, movie. It was really a speech that he turned into a movie. Which put him at the front of the thing. Yeah, honestly, because like I was telling Rainbow this the other day, but like since I moved to Alaska, I used to, when I lived in Oregon, I could handle like 100-degree heat just fine. Since I moved to Alaska, anything over like 66 is too hot for me. and I start whining and melting. It's just too hot. It's too hot. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm also, part of it is going to be that I gained a lot of weight since I moved out of Oregon, because like I was a teenager in Oregon and I'm no longer a teenager, and that's just how life works. I'm trying to get these tiny little foot details in here. But also, like, it doesn't get warm here. Really, like, warm here is like a 70-degree day. God, yeah, that would be weird. I don't know that I want to. Honestly. Being a teenager sucks ass. Honestly. Like, I tell people who are teenagers this, and they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, I would not want to be a teenager again. That sucks butt. I'm sorry that you're stuck in this. It's like, everybody's expecting you to make all these huge decisions about your future and your life that you're going to be beholden to for like the rest of your freaking life. But they also require you to ask permission to go to the bathroom. And nobody actually pays attention to your opinions because you're just a kid. And it's fucked up. It's a shitty situation. And yes, hormones. Although, to be fair, you get another hormone shift in your 30s. That nobody warns you about, just for the record. Like, if you're about to hit 30, or if you have just hit 30, you're gonna get acne again, probably. Sorry if this is how you found out. But I had worse acne in my 30s than I did when I was a teenager. Right, Bewitch? It's bullshit. It's all bullshit! Okay.
Capitalism sucks.
Capitalism does sucks. So bad. Did that not go? Is it throwing a hissy fit again? Hang on, hang on, hang on. Fix. I actually have a laptop where I can open the alert system on it without everything loading. I will play it for you and then we'll see if it unclogs everything else. Mew, 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 mew. Where are you?
I'm escaping
There you go.
to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
We do love Tim Curry. Let me play another one because I have infinite beans. Because last time I broke on Con. That's fine. Oh. Let's do this one. This one doesn't get redeemed very often.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck out of here.
Fuck this shit on out. Okay, I think those are fine. If somebody else plays something and it doesn't work, then I won't mess with it again. Do you? Excellent. Okay.
You're doing amazing, sweetheart.
Beautiful. Okay. I don't know. Twitch alerts did a hiccup last time too. Not really sure why, but I just poked at it and sent a test alert pretty much, and then it fixed itself. So it might just be like if things get put too close together, it has an issue. Because I do think that last time it was 2 people redeeming stuff like back to back. Maybe that's part of the problem. Who knows? It's a mystery. Expecting Twitch to work is folly. Although I will say, you know how it's been telling me that my bitrate is unstable like every single time I stream? It says it's stable today. The line looks exactly the same as it has the past million times, but apparently today it's fine. Oh, also, I will say if anybody else wants to send me a voice clip of them saying some sort of "you're doing amazing, sweetie," to have that in a like in the pool to pull when that gets redeemed, you should do that. Anybody is welcome to send me a little sound clip for that. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I wish both of us were stable. Because God knows we ain't right now. I think I'm gonna add like a little red to this. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Oh, that reminds me I was gonna do something today. And I haven't yet. Yeah, we deserve horsies. I want a pony. No, I don't. Ponies are mean. Wrote it down. I won't forgore again. Probably. The chances of me forgoring have lessened. I also want a llama. Because llamas are also mean, but in a funny way. And they're supposed to be good guard dogs, actually. I do think I need to get one of the, like, hella tiny brushes out. Even though I widened this, like, I made this bigger. Then it would have been, like... So this is twice the size that the actual, thing will be. It's still a lot of little details. Oh, you just need to get it an emotional support goat. Here, that's the trick.
From the dust, 143, one. World like a fly buzz, a million marble mouths all blinking. Moon of milky briar bloom sleeping. Blithely fly, swan with swift pull trigger. Lift me off the ledge, lit the sticky liquor. Don't let them in, don't let them call your number. Won't you hold my hand as I go under? Ooh, come a little closer. Ooh, same as the last. Ooh, megalomaniac, cut my tongue.
This is going to be a vaguely messy one because it is so small, but I can still make an effort. Hi, Doodle! Yeah, you don't get to escape, Shawnee. You're stuck here forever, actually. How's it going, Doodle? Just spilled tea on myself a little. It's fine. I'm wearing the paint pants. I dripped paint on these pants at one point, so there's like a big red stain on the inside of one of my thighs, which I think is pretty funny, honestly. Bitch, you shouldn't wear clothes that you care about when you paint, just for the record. I was right, this combo is good. Good for me. I'm so smart. I'm smart, beautiful, and fast. I started saying that to my brother too now. Okay. Smaller brushes. Hi, Amma. Going. Okay, I do think that like light wash on the face here. These highlights are not as high as I have for this part. It's those ones really. Okay, I think that looks like a gummy bear. Do we agree? I think I need a little bit more of a differentiation, like right there. Yes, we are all smart, beautiful, and fast. And darkening up on the inside here. This light kind of goes out here a little bit. Differentiate the neck and the shoulder as far as you can for a gummy bear. Is gonna end up having like a pet, since I'm so close to it, it ends up having kind of a like Eldritch Horror vibe because the face isn't really a face, it's just the vibes of a face. My plan is to try so hard to go long enough today to actually raid Rainbow. We'll see how far I actually get. I did eat like right before stream, which will help our longevity. A lot of times before the Monday stream, I like eat my breakfast late enough that I actually don't get a chance to eat lunch before I start streaming, but I did today. So hopefully. If I don't, though, I'm not going to beat myself up about it because, like, it's not a big deal. But I would like to actually manage to do that. I've been doing better with, like, longer streams lately, I think. Which is good. Because I do know that, like, it makes sense why my streams are a little shorter than other people's. It's like I'm doing something that's like very brain heavy and I'm not a particularly social person. But I do like to have a little bit of a longer stream. If I can manage. Because, like, sometimes my brain is just not up to it. Thank you. I do think having the like co-working stream option helps too. Thanks for streaking, Doodle. That looks really good. Thanks for sharing with us, Amla. This foot is kind of like lost a little bit in the reference image, so I'm trying to like make it clear what it is without like making it too wonky. Oh, I should put to get that other co-working game. What was it? On Together? Is that the right name? I should write that on my list before I forget again. I gotta say, this was a good amount of money spent for these. They bring me joy. Like, I put off ordering these because I do have like a capybara stationery set on my throne wish list. So I held off getting them for myself until after Christmas. Just in case. Although the stationery set that I have listed, I think only has one of those kind of pens. The set I got has 4. Okay, I need to do something about this face because it is like bugging me. I think the issue is that I need like... This may end up just making it worse, honestly. We'll find out. Yeah, I don't know that that really made it any better. It's fine. I think part of it is that there's like a highlight on the edge there that I've kind of lost. Like here. Nah, he just looks like a weird little guy. That's fine. He is a weird little guy, and we love weird little guys here. Right, this is one of the ones where I changed the color, so I'm gonna do that. That one should be a little less troublesome for me also, I think, because it doesn't have a face on it or the A on it. These are specifically Albanese gummy bears, which if you don't know me, those are the best gummy bears, and if you haven't had them before, you should get them because they have 12 different flavors instead of like the 5 that most other brands do. And they have a little A on their chest for Albanese. But that's part of the reason why, 1, I like eating them because they have more flavors. And 2, they're good for paintings because they have a lot more colors. And I even added more colors than the specific reference image has. Because I like making problems for myself. Not an ad, but could be. Albanese, if you want to sponsor me, I will eat gummy bears live on stream every day for the rest of my life. Because I do legit bring gummy bears with me to modeling sessions because they're a really good little snack to have in between when you like can't eat right away. Because like the only thing like I don't find this stressful anymore, but the only thing more stressful than just standing naked in front of a bunch of people is standing naked in front of a bunch of people while you are digesting a meal. It's not fun times. So having a little snicky snack that you can eat in breaks is a must, and I bring my gummy bears with me. Which is funny because a few people have recognized the brand and gone Albanese gummy bears, and I'm like, yep, Albanese. It's like a weird little gummy cult. Except not really a cult per se because it's just that good. They didn't trick me into it. I just like them. Yep, exactly. They're really good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because, like, the second you think that you have a second to eat, the minute you put a bite in your mouth, that's when somebody shows up. Every single time. That's just how it works. Oh, yeah. I don't follow those super closely, but I do always love hearing the tea from you, so. I think adding a little bit of pressure in here for some of the shadows would be good. And then probably doing like a wash of the purple over it. Well, maybe a wash of the purple is a little bit pinky. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's quite a few. Wow, that's wild. It seems so stressful to me. Like, I get why it's worth it, but... Ugh. RSD fear is real. I do actually really need to start doing in-person stuff. But it's scary. I did find that one art student who was willing to, like, share a booth with me, which would be really nice, just so that we could, like, watch each other's stuff and all that. Doing something with somebody is a lot less scary in general. Especially if it's somebody you like. Which I do quite like her. So I haven't gotten to see her. She's been doing her ceramics classes instead of like the drawing classes. Me sure. See who else in the class on Wednesday, because that's the like life drawing class, which is the one who needs modeling the most because that teacher really thinks that's the way to learn how to draw. Oh, that's nice, Tens. And yeah, it seems like it's gotten a lot more intense. Which honestly is not, a lot of places are not vetting people correctly for AI stuff, which makes it a lot worse. Yeah. And like, again, I'm not super well versed on the FurryCon side of things, but as far as like Saturday markets and art markets and stuff like that, it's been really bad. Because there's also like, there was already an issue with people who like buy kits and then sell them as if it was like a 100% original thing that they made, but that plus AI has gotten really, really bad in a lot of places. One day I'm gonna set down a paintbrush while I'm using it and then like actually remember which one it is when I go to pick it up. I think it would help if I didn't have like 35 brushes right there, you know? One of the things is that because this piece is so long, I have to put it at like a weird angle, so the process is off. Ew. That doesn't seem like a good way to do it, but sure. Yeah, honestly, it's just like, all right, whoever's quick. It's like, especially if it's like a digital form, the people who are quick are the ones who have the money to pour into bots who will do the clicking for them. Which is why online ticket selling is also an issue. Yeah, I don't know. I am very specific about how I do things and how I present my business and myself in general. And like part of that's anxiety, and I'm aware. But the concept of just like not even trying to figure out what will make your convention look good is wild to me. Oh, I did. This is not related to anything we were talking about, but I did figure out how to do a newsletter through my website in a way that I don't hate. So there's going to be a test run of that on the 1st. We'll see how that goes. I'm also doing it as a blog post, which you can sign up for alerts for. I'm going to do those until I figure out which way I like doing it best. I have been doing that through Patreon too, so even if you aren't paying for Patreon, you can still sign up as like a free version, so you just get alerts when I post stuff that's public for everybody, and that'll work for the newsletter too. So if you want to keep up to date on stuff, that's the way to do it, because I'm trying to be more on top of it. Yeah, we talked about some of that, I remember, Tense. It's like, unfortunately, any place where there's money, there's going to be somebody trying to take advantage of the money. So. Okay. This part is mostly going to be covered by the other end, so it isn't as big a deal right here. Oh. I don't know if that picked up. My shoulder just popped back in. Apparently it was not in. It is now. I love it when my body is falling apart. That explains a few things, like why I was so uncomfortable with sleeping last night. Yeah, this is normal for me. I'm a lot better now that it's back in. Sometimes shit just pops back into place and you don't realize how uncomfortable you were because you're used to ignoring it. But yeah, that'll do better. I'll just take some whatchamahoots later, some anti-inflammatories, and it'll be fine. Yeah, that's normal for me. So that's just a hypermobility thing where a bunch of my joints just like don't like to hang out together. So they just kind of partially pop out and I don't notice for a bit. And if I sleep really hard, which I did last night, it tends to happen to my shoulders. So yeah, I'm fine. Like, yes, it sounds horrifying. It is mildly horrifying, but it's normal horrifying. Yeah, it seems to me, like, as an outsider, again, that the furry sphere has been getting... How do I phrase this? Kind of in a similar way to the queer community has kind of goes through, like, phases where exclusionists try really hard and win some battles for a bit that makes it a very uncomfortable place to be. And then it will swing back. I feel like furries are doing that too, in a way, like they haven't really done since the early 2000s. But again, from the outside, I haven't been super involved in the community at all. But it does seem like sometimes people who are exclusionist and kind of butts get to be in charge of stuff, and it makes everything worse for everybody. Yep. Yeah. Is it definitely is, and I do think that the queer community is going through something similar right now, where a lot of people have decided that it's okay to throw trans people under the bus because the political sphere hasn't gotten to them yet. Because there's definitely like a huge thing against trans men going around right now because, quote unquote, they don't have it as bad as trans femmes do, which is not true. Believe it or not, transphobia is called transphobia because it affects all people who are trans. But I do feel like a lot of that has been coming back because everybody's struggling. Yeah, it sure has, and it's bad. Because, like, there's actually, like, on Tumblr specifically right now, and I've been, like, watching some stuff with, I don't know, a displeased gaze, I guess. But there's a whole crew of rad femme trans women going around Tumblr right now. Which, like, Radfem is not even a whole step away from a TERF. So it's like you would rather hit other people who are on the same level as you than actually admit that we all have issues that we could work towards together. You know? And it just gets exhausting because it's the same arguments every single time, and it cycles through in about an 8-year cycle. And it's just like, I've seen enough of it, and I'm not even like a queer elder kind of a situation. I have not been in the community long enough to claim an elder status, you know, even if I am like aging. But like, it's just so obvious. So it's the same arguments that were put against pan people. It's the same arguments that were put against ace people. It's the same arguments that were put against aro people. It's the same arguments that were put against trans people. And it just cycles through. It's fucking exhausting. Yeah, and they do like to force a new binary and pretend like it's different this time. So like the current one that's been going around for the past couple of years is trans misogyny exempt or not. And like you're just making a new binary for people who already said they don't like the binary. Like that doesn't fix anything. You're just making like window dressings for the same issue. Can you stop? I like Deja Mu. That's good. But yeah, it's just I'm tired. And it's also just kind of like one of the things with having studied American history is like with everything that's going on and everyone's like, this isn't the America I know. And I'm like, all right, then you weren't paying attention because this has a long-standing historical basis. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. I just... Can everybody else recognize the pattern so we can stop doing this? Please. I'm tired. And I'm not even the one that's getting punched at this time. Yeah, 100% tense. Because I do think, and you can tell a lot of this in liberal spaces, in my opinion, but there's a lot of people who aren't actually trying to make anything better. They're just trying to find the person that they're allowed to bully. And believe it or not, bullying anybody is still bullshit fascism. It's the same bullshit, even if you put fancy words on it. It's the same issue. You haven't somehow exempted yourself from being gross just by putting a different label on yourself. Exhausting. Alright, we're getting somewhere. This will take me a while. I don't think we'll finish it this week. I'll probably finish it off stream in February sometime. But if I don't, I'll bring it back when I come back, you know. Because this is like a personal project. This one, well, personal project. It is for work, but it doesn't fit into any of the other projects that I have set for people are paying me for it at the moment, kind of a thing. So like the Color and Focus or Sticker Club or something like that. This is more just like a I want to be able to use my own washi tape when I send letters. Because one of the things with like minimum buy orders is that you need to be ready to use 50 rolls of something if it doesn't sell. I need to make something that I like well enough that if I don't sell a single roll, I will work through it on my own. Is how I do my stickers too. It's just like, would I put this on everything I own? Yeah, sure, then I'll order it. So I am working on getting onto, like, well, I am already on, but getting my fair shop set up, which is a wholesaler website, which should probably help with that a little bit. We're basically like shops and stuff, so like little trinket shops or whatever can buy stickers or cards or whatever by artists and have them in their shop, which is good for both like getting brand name out there and adding more income options. Because I have gladly, and I can tell you all this because I finished all of my spreadsheets and stuff, I have actually been on a very good upward trend for the past 2 years, even with how bad the economy has been. So I had less orders last year, but they were a higher average. which is good. And I have been consistently raising money through my Patreon. Like my numbers have been going up pretty consistently. So has the money from from Twitch. So we're getting there. It's just slow workings. I do think I need to do another wash over that. Because he is a little bit like underneath everybody else. His colors aren't as intense. I would love that. Who wants to pay me to talk about Tigress Snow? Because I do have a fic in my head that's been just sitting there. I don't think I'm ever gonna write it, if I'm being honest. But it has just been sitting in there cooking. It's heartbreaking. I would like everybody to know. I have shared some of my headcanons about Tigress. Who is my Blorbo from the Hunger Games. Obsessed with her a little bit. Especially because I already found her interesting just from the original Hunger Games trilogy, but like the prequel that was based around Snow gave a lot more information on her. And I like started putting trauma together like Legos to explain how she ended up from one place to another. Which we do know now. At least vaguely. It's not super clear, but it does look like Tigress was not one of the designers for the 50th Hunger Games. And there's a line, like a throwaway line at the beginning of it that implies that the tributes were already being sold into prostitution, basically. Which, in my head, is why Tigress cut ties with Snow. Or Yelena Snow. President Snow. Yeah. So, like, tiny little inferences in there. Like, alright. My Blorbo. That's fair. I don't think Blorbo necessarily means attraction. And I think that that's kind of a misnomer that a lot of people who weren't there for the origin of the phrase kind of added. Blorbo does not mean that you are like sexually or romantically attracted to a character. Blorbo means that you're rotating them in your mind constantly like a rotisserie chicken, which sometimes can equal romantic attraction, but doesn't have to. Like, I am rolling this character on the 7-Eleven hot dog wheel until she is wrinkly and overcooked and disgusting. Because I'm obsessed. You know? Because the original saying was Blorbo from my shows, which doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Or sexual, whichever way you want to put it. Because I also have some characters where I'm like, yeah, I'd tap that in a different universe, but it's not like the main draw for me. And honestly, like, the characters that I'm like actually attracted to are bad ideas for a multitude of reasons because I'm messed up in the head. You know how it is. That's fair, that's fair. It's more just like, so Hunger Games is 100% one of my hyperfixations. And it's not necessarily like, I don't know, it's not necessarily that I like the characters. It's more that I find it fascinating and I like thinking about those little guys in situations. It's like playing with toy soldiers, or you know what? It's more like if you were a small child, and especially weird little girls do this, but it is not specific to weird little girls. It is not gender locked. But if you took, like, I don't know, Barbies or toy soldiers or Beanie Babies and made up like drama stories with them when you were playing, and you just like made up an entire new story, that's what a Blorbo is. Except you're just taking like the Beanie Baby, which is a predetermined character, and putting it in different situations, you know? Yes, exactly. I do love me a background character. If you couldn't tell by one of my favorite characters being somebody who is not even close to a main character. Yeah. What's funny is, like, I think about stuff a lot, but I don't really write fics at all. Like, I have concepts, like I mentioned, but I don't really write it because I just think about it before bed, like a little movie. Except it's all trauma. Cat hair. Ah, interesting. We unlock a little bit of lore here. Also going to be covered, but we're going to still do it. You're welcome to if you would like to. We can also save it for when you're speaking, so it isn't as hard for you to type it all out if you want. Because that is a thing. I guess I haven't mentioned that this stream. But at some point in March, like when I come back, hopefully, we haven't fully set dates or anything, but I will let you know when we do. Tens and I are going to do a collab where we play Valhalla on my stream. And you guys get to help us make decisions about the story and stuff. Welcome back, Freezered. I hope you're feeling a little better, or at least had some good rest. Which means that there are definitely, yeah, I promised Tens, because one of the soundtracks that I have on my stream playlist is from Valhalla, which is a great little game that's very similar to, like, it's like Coffee Talk, but with alcohol, and dystopian, like even more drastically dystopian than Coffee Talk is. And so I promised Tens that the first game I would play on stream, if I was able to, would be Valhalla. And then that kind of evolved into Tens being on stream with me. So that is going to be a thing. I'll let you all know when that happens. Yes, we love a rice cooker. Underrated rice cooker. I don't really want to live without a rice cooker, if I'm honest. We did for a little bit here, and then I finally bought a little one. And it's beautiful, and I love it. It's rice, without any effort. It's beautiful. I know! That's so weird. It's like people who don't like talkative cats. It's like, you don't like a little chit-chat? You don't like a little meow? Ooh, nice, Freezer. I see, Shawnee. I see. That tracks, because, like, you were around a bunch of people who don't like joy. So, that makes sense. Mine doesn't even beep. It just has one of the little flip switches that, if you're like me and can't tune out sounds, you can hear it in the back room. Okay, that tea mix is really good, and I need to remember that for the future. Because that's a good Throat Coat is like not the best tasting tea in the world, even if you like licorice, but adding a little bit of that to it makes it much more palatable and helps. Yeah. This one, you're pink. Let's get you done. Not that it is much of anything, really. You're gonna end up being covered, but that's okay. You can get the vibes, because I will probably sell this, even though it's like a really weird-ass shape. It would require custom framing, but I will probably sell it. So I might as well make the edges look nice. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know a huge amount about them really. But like even cheap rice cookers are pretty good at what they do. Because mine costs like 20 bucks or something. And it's just like a little 2-cup one. I was finally like, I cannot live making rice in the Instant Pot anymore because it's really inconsistent. It was not made to make rice, really. It just happened to have a rice button on it.
And now for my next number, I'd like to
Return to the classics. Ooh, we used to have a bread maker when I was little, like back when they became a big thing. For like your average person or average housewife, I guess. But we didn't really use it that much. Well, my mom didn't use it that much.
Olive hands is on my lips, trip my mouth to get out of this. Silver screams and phantom power, drowning out.
It would be kind of nice to have a bread maker, but I also know that I would just not use it. I do like bread, but I also like not doing things. And I think I like not doing things more than I like bread. Oh, did I tell you guys that I made the Rice Krispie treats? I think I did. But I made the strawberry Rice Krispie treats last week. They're really good. I don't have enough stuff to make them again, but I might, because they're tasty. But I used some freeze-dried strawberries in them. So I blitzed some of the freeze-dried strawberries and mixed it in with the marshmallow. And then I cut some into chunks and put that in with the Rice Krispies. It was really good. They came to me in a dream. Like, legitimately. I was having a dream. I have a lot of, like, cooking contest dreams for some reason. And so I had a dream where I had to update Rice Krispie treats. And so I did freeze-dried strawberries in them. And it's good, so. Hey, love, how you feeling? I did see your message, but I was streaming. I'm sure you understand. My goal is to stream long enough that I can raid Linda. I think I'm going to end up putting a little bit of new gamboge in here. Good, good. And yeah, I mean, if your tummy wasn't feeling good, that makes sense. Oh, okay, sorry. I me having 35 thoughts at once. Okay, you know how we were talking about Hunger Games a second ago because I'm obsessed with a weirdo? Affectionate. ACS, which is the band that's playing right now, and it's one of my favorites who stream on Twitch. They released a cover of The Hanging Tree from Hunger Games, and I found out at like 11:30 at night while Cap was asleep, and so I had to be quiet. So but yes, I did post that in the Discord in the music channel because I was like, ah! Just normal girl reactions. But very exciting for me. It's very good. Which is not a shock. But... Oh, did Potato post another one? I only saw the one. I'll need to go look. Potato's been doing some fishes. Fish. Which makes me really happy that I have... I think they just call it Fish Pog. Oh, okay. I know that Potato is working on a series of fish. Because I have insider knowledge. So I thought maybe they'd posted another one. Okay. Not grip that so hard and break this freaking paintbrush. Okay. Did warm gray for that before. I'm gonna do it back actually. There are a couple spots in here where like there is gummy bear underneath, but it's like dark enough that you can't read it. Ooh. Yeah, that is hard. I feel you, Potato. Which is why I just straight up do not do it. Man, it's been like a big stream day. So many people have streamed today. I'm glad that I have a laptop now where I can have multiple streams up at once without it exploding. I like being able to lurk see.
All of hands is on my lips, trip my mouth to get out of this. Silver screams and phantom power, drowning out all the other sounds. Skipping though the song is dead, clipped white noise circling in my head. Round and round on a velvet wheel, dim and imminent.
Because I do think that the black really will help the color balance when I go to mess with this. And it just looks more complete that way, I think. Oh, I just flung a droplet of water across the room. I'm trying to balance between getting this where you guys can see it and also where I can like work on it in a way that's nice. It's nice to my body, I guess. Comfortable. That's the word I'm looking for. Comfortable. That's the word. My brain works. Don't worry about it. I will say I'm in a much better mood than when I started streaming, so that's good. But I still might take some time for myself tonight. Because my brain's being an asshole. Stretchy. We'll see what other joints I can possibly pop back in.
Show me your hands.
Hams too, you got it. Yeah.
You're doing amazing.
Thank you. That's been the one we've gotten for both of those today. Alright, I'm doing a body stretchy. We'll see if any of my other joints pop back in. I didn't know that my shoulder was out of the socket earlier, but it popped back in a little bit ago. So that's a thing that happened. I haven't. They're all equal. Although there are 2 of you in there. There's also 2 stars in there. Okay. Body stretch. Completed. I mean, you get plenty of special treatment, just not with that redeem. Or do you think what I do for you isn't special? You left that opening. You did. Got a brat sometimes. Otherwise, people will forget. Okay. Hams also accomplished. Thank you, Freezer, for the stretches. I'll turn any table I want. You can't stop me. Oh, I will say, Khan came out here to pout at me for a second because I had gotten up and left the room where we were sitting. But now he's back on his little couch. He's a big fan of the little couch that I got him. Great news for all Khan lovers. And maybe couch lovers too, I don't know. But he does like sitting on his little couch. He'll hang out there now until I do my last bathroom visit of the night, which for some reason he has figured it out. Even when I haven't fully figured it out. I don't know, he's liked the stuff I've gotten for him so far, but I am like a champion gift giver, so maybe it's just that. He also seems to be like a relatively easy to please cat, honestly, as far as cats go. But he'll sit on his little couch until I do like the last bathroom run, and then he'll come in with me. But he has to sit on the couch so that he can keep an eye on both Greg and I, because it's in between our rooms. Yeah, that's my cat. But I am glad that he likes that, because I got one that was a little bit more expensive. Because I thought it was a shape that he'd prefer. And I was right. Because he likes to lean on stuff. So, like, he leans on my pillow if he's not sleeping. Like, he'll lean next to my head. That one's blue. Oh, thank you. I will do that. Heck yeah, go make your curry. Have good curry. I'm going to raid Rainbow at some point, which you might not be back for, so. Which I've said multiple times, but I will say it again. Because I have successfully made it to around when Linda would start, so. Which I am ready to go take a painkiller, actually. It's not like actually hurting, but it is tingly, which is the precursor, so. I love having a body that just works. It's so fun. Who designed this thing? I have been in a flare-up for like 3 weeks, so I'm having fun. Bodies are so fun. Oh yeah, all good, Potato. Good luck with your sketchies. Yeah. And a lot of mental illness, so, you know. Whoever it was trying to make sure that I did find somebody who was into me. Like, yeah, she's nuts, but look at that rack. I think I need to deepen up the... Let's see. I actually use this yellow. Yeah, mood, Shawnee. If you find them, we can tie them up and torture them until they tell us the design teams of everybody we know, so we can go have words. It only counts as a war crime if they catch you. It's too much water. I have so many emails. None of them matter. I was checking to see if Rainbow went live yet. Because I do get emails about. I figured not, but I also figured checking wouldn't hurt. Thank you, Shani. Yeah, that would be great, as long as that is not a problem for you. Which I'm guessing it isn't, otherwise you wouldn't offer. I also know how many of my friends, like me, are, like, determined to help even if it puts them out, so... Amma. I know I already said hi to you, but I feel like every time you put that scream in chat, I need to say hi to you again. Excellent. Good work, Potato. Yeah, you scream. That's what you do. There is a Scream Redeem. Did you know that, Amma? It's just called Scream. And there's 2 options now. It used to just be the cat, but there's a second option.
If you didn't fight me.
See? Very, very Amma coded, I feel like. There is also one that's a bunch of baby possums that I added. I will hydrate, thank you. Actually, I think I still have the alerts open from when they were acting up, so I will show you the possum one. I don't know that we've gotten it yet. Use it. Here you go. There you go. Screaming baby possum. There you go. I saw this when I was looking for things for the trick or treat redeem that I did for Halloween. I found that. I was like, actually, I want that around forever. Thank you.
Heaven sends her love and she wraps it in a wire that will plug into our brains so we never see the fire, but we're not nervous, we're not angry, we won't worry, we won't care, and we'll get home to see that no one else is there. Beast of the wild eyes of a child, this world is all that you know. Beast of the wild eyes of a child, this world is all that you know. You living inside your maker's mind. You living inside your maker's mind.
I think, honestly, like, when I'm in a bad mood, sometimes, not always, painting helps because I control my breathing when I'm painting. It's the same as when, like, when I'm freaking out, I tend to paint my nails because you have to sit down and chill for a hot second because you can't touch anything. So I think it does help a lot of times, which I have started trying to do that, working on something that involves me breathing properly. Nothing is a 100% guarantee rate. Well, nothing within my grasp, I guess. Like Like $1 million, definitely, but I can't grab that, you know. Which I did have a brief thought the other day, because there is a meditation game that I have. Ooh, I do love ginger ale. But there's a meditation game that I have that does controlled breathing. I was wondering if we might want to do that together sometimes in Discord. Because I do meditate every morning. I don't always use that app specifically, but we could literally just do meditation whenever I do meditation if other people want to do that. I should have thought about what I was going to do next, and then I promptly forgot. I also love it if my shoulders would stop popping, because it's making me nervous. Let's do this one up here. Ooh, cranberry ginger sounds really good. I don't even really like cranberry that much, but... The sheep is live! Noted. I will give her a little bit to start up. Can you guys get Reed's ginger ale where you are? Out of curiosity. I don't know if it's like a Pacific Northwest brand or not, is why I asked. It is like a small batch kind of one, but I don't know exactly how small batch, if you feel me. But it's really, like, it's spicy ginger ale. If you actually like ginger, it's real good. I really like it. It's really good if you mix it with lemonade, too, actually. But yeah, a lot of times I've asked people about other things because I have only lived in the Pacific Northwest, really. I include Alaska in the Pacific Northwest because, like, it is Northwest and it's the Pacific's right. But so sometimes I'll be like, this brand must be everywhere because I've always seen it, but that is not the case. Yeah, not always. Sometimes you need like a sugary one, and I get that for sure. First jar of bees. I'm sure I've said this before, but I love your username. And hello, welcome in. Yes, me too. I just like ginger ale in general. So if I go out and I get a soda, I will generally get ginger ale if I can. But there's a joke post on Tumblr about why somebody's asking like why ginger ale slaps so hard when you're in a plane, and there's a bunch of different answers, and one of them is ginger is from the ground, and so it helps keep you grounded while you're in the air. And I always think about that whenever I order ginger ale on a plane. Because somebody took that post and put it over gym leaders from Sword and Shield, Pokemon Sword and Shield. And the grounded one was... the last one was over my favorite gym leader, which is Piers, which said, ginger ale slaps, next question. And then there's one that's like, ginger ale keeps you grounded, which was like the ground gym leader and stuff like that. It was very funny. I'll see if I can find it again, because I know for a fact I tagged it, because I had a specific tag for Piers. What was it? Is the next question. What was my tag? I haven't used it in a long time. I think it's I love this stinky tired man. Actually, I think that's what his tag was. I have a type. I may have multiple types, but I do have a type. I need to mess with this one. You told me about it, but I don't think you shared it. It needs to be a little bit darker because it is in the background. Yeah, I really like it. The bookstore that I worked at sold it, and I would get that as a special treat because, like, it is a glass ginger ale. Like, it's in a glass bottle, which means it's not as cheap. If your drink comes in a glass bottle, that means it's fancy and it's too expensive for everyday consumption. That's a little bit of, hey, Bubba. What's up? Yeah, I know. I've been doing this longer than normal. We'll be done in a second, and then I'll put it with you. Yeah, and Greg's not here either. It's all confusing. You woke up from a nap, and it's all dark. The heated blanket isn't on. Life is hard. You can go up there if you want. You can go make biscuits on your tortilla. I'm talking to Con, the guest kitty, in case anybody is wondering and doesn't know. We're taking care of a cat for one of Greg's friends. But this is my child now. I call him Bubba. Your ear itchy, Bubba? Is that why you're here? Okay. Oh, yeah, your ear is really itchy, alright. I know what I'm good for, and it's scratching pet ears. Sweet boy. Sweet boy. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to the ending screen. Because we're gonna go raid my good friend Rainbow. Because she is a delight. I'm also going to take a progress photo of this before I go. So that I can share it in her Discord. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. And Oren, thank you for continuing to attack everybody with gift subs. I should also take a photo. Yeah, what's up, baby? I'll pet you in a second. I will, I promise. I will give you so many pets that you won't like it. I'm gonna do it like this. Sorry, I'm posing a photo where you can't see. Don't worry about it. Shani has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter your subscription status. The second one has an emote you can use if you are subscribed to my channel. So please copy and pasta the one that is relevant to you if you will be joining us on our little journey today. We'll actually pull up. I'm doing that thing where I try to do too many things at once and then my brain won't do any of them. Yes, I know that you want pets, babe. You don't have to slap me about it. Yes, I know. I know you don't like it when I stream because my hands are busy. Yeah, are you enjoying stomping on the magazine? Does it make you feel important? No. You know that you are not supposed to scratch the furniture, Bubba. Know that, which means now I have to touch your belly because you hate it. Yeah, see, when you're bad, I touch your belly. He really doesn't like it when you touch his belly. I was opening the tab. That's what I was doing. If you wait just a second, if you wait just a couple minutes, you will get so many pets. So many. Okay. Raid commands. First one has emoji you can use anywhere. Second one has an emote if you are subscribed. So please copy and paste the one that works for you if you'll be coming with us to join my friend Rickbo, who does arts and is a general sweet bean. You know? She's just a sweet person and I love her. And yes, I will be back on Wednesday. Instead of doing an art stream, we will be doing a co-work stream. Because I do have a modeling session that day, so it's going to be a shorter stream, but we will still hang out. Yes, a rainbow of a person. And very beautiful to see when you're having a hard time. You know, just like a rainbow. There's cat hair on the camera. Okay. There's just cat hair everywhere. I don't know why I still sound surprised about it. It's just everywhere. I will be back on Wednesday. Normal time. I might start a little bit earlier depending on when I wake up. Because I do have a modeling session in the afternoon. So, but I still wanted to do a stream. So it'll be a little Spirit City co-work instead of a full art stream. And then I will be back on Friday doing art. And then I will be gone for a month. Because I need a fucking break. So that's gonna happen. Can I type correctly? Yeah, I'm not gonna be streaming for a month. I will still be active on my Patreon, social media. I'll still be around Twitch. I just won't be streaming. Because I have a lot of like background work stuff that I need to get done, and I also just need to chill. Yeah, I will probably still be doing like co-work stuff in the Discord if you want to join. Like I won't just disappear off the face of the planet. I'll be around because the internet is my house. I live here. So any place that there is internet, I live there. So you can never really miss me because I'm right there. You know? Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Oh, use the coupon code before the end of the month to get 10% off. Thank you for the gift sub, Oren. To Skill Fur Fish. That's perfectly valid. You do not need to... One, you don't need to apologize for going for an even number. And two, you don't need to apologize when you're gifting me money. What? So thank you, Oren. I will see y'all on Wednesday, okay? Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other. Then we can meet up back here for a little top-up or, you know, a bitch session or call out exclusionists, you know, whatever we're feeling. Yeah? All right. I will see y'all next time. Bye.